So you said, okay, so you had a regular job in 2016 and you bought some Bitcoin, you took a chance, you bought like 3 Bitcoins, so $1,500 worth. That's crazy. That's the equivalent of like 150K now, right?
Dude.
No, like almost 200K actually, because it's like 60K right now. If I'm not mistaken,
63
right?
or 62.
Yeah, so about $180.
Yeah.
And then, what was your job back then in 2016?
So I started in 15. I was waiting tables. 2016, had a little marketing job, nothing serious.
Mm-hmm.
But in 2016, I was introduced to Bitcoin, which was my introduction to just the digital world.
Gotcha.
So from there, I got introduced to e-commerce. I got introduced to making money online. I got introduced.
Can you explain to the people what e-commerce is? Because some people like have heard it, but they don't necessarily know what it entails exactly.
Yeah, so e-commerce is if you buy from Amazon, you're participating in what is electronic commerce. So electronic commerce is anything that has to do with buying and selling things online, products, services, goods. It doesn't just have to be physical, it can be digital. And it's where most people transact nowadays. As much as people don't like to believe it, when you go on Amazon, you're not buying from Amazon, the business. You're actually buying from individuals that list their products on Amazon. You have Shopify, which took off as a multi-billion-dollar company now, where people are now listing their products and selling them. You have drop shipping, which is basically your concept of arbitraging a product where you don't hold it and you sell it, and then you fulfill that order with the customer's money. So that became really popular for many years due to the fact that it's low cost. And now that Facebook and Instagram and TikTok rolled around, they give you access to advertising. So you can advertise products, so people are scrolling and they're able to see an ad. If they like the product, they resonate with it, they buy it. You have multi-billion-dollar companies popping out of thin air. You have the likes of Gymshark, for example, that we all know.
Yep.
I think they did over $500 million in revenue this last year.
Oh, wow.
Wow.
Literally just building it from an online business. I think they opened up their first store in London recently, but it's a complete phenomenon.
When they first started in like the early 2010s.
Exactly. So you're able to scale and build real businesses online, and that's why I call it the digital gold rush. You literally have the possibility and the ability to partake not just on the internet as a consumer, but as a producer, and being able to take advantage of where most people spend their time, which is on their phones.
Yeah.
Most people aren't spending their time walking in malls, right? Shopping. Most people are on the internet. So you need to go to where the attention is. I always say where attention goes, money flows.
Yeah.
So where the attention is, which is online, you can make money.
Yeah.
So you just have to figure out what is of interest to people, find that niche, find that winning group of people that you would consider selling to, and just sell them something that is beneficial to them.
Speaking of money, what is the best business you would say for this year to make money in? Best business model?
It depends. It depends on what you're interested in doing. You can be a content creator. I think that's a great possibility. I think social media is something that is changing. Mm-hmm. You know, I think a couple years ago, a lot of people were bitches to the algorithm. You know, they had to post X amount of times to get engagement, or they had their Facebook group or their Facebook page. But now we
hashtags too.
Now we have the whole scenario that's taking place with the short form content, and short form content just allows you to go viral in a way that isn't, common. So people are just able to create content and then eventually monetize that through building a community. You can do that. You can, once again, build an Amazon store. You can build a Shopify store, sell quality products. It really depends. And you can even do services. So there's a lot of people, you see fitness coaches, you see people that are consultants, and they monetize through selling a service online. So taking anything that's happening physically and selling it digitally, instead of having a retail store that sells clothing in the corner of a city, you basically just build an online store and you market. Why? Because there's more foot traffic, and the traffic is 24/7.
Yep.
Yeah.
And that's the difference, is you're not limited by COVID, right? So if you get shut down, a lot of businesses went bust.
Yep.
Why? Because there was no foot traffic. There was too many regulations, too many rules. So now people are able to build businesses online. So I really think there's a plethora of places where you can make money. But there's three niches. There's physical products, there's digital products, and then you have services. So digital products, so you can have info products. Right now we saw big plagiarism take place with the president of Harvard and a lot of highly reputable institutions. They were running a lot of their PhD dissertations through AI, and they found a lot of plagiarism from a lot of these individuals. So a lot of these big institutions where we thought, hey, you can go and learn from these centralized institutions and get your degree and then get a job, people are realizing that it's not really all that. So there's a lot of info products taking place online, which I fully support. You have physical products, the selling of goods, and then you have services, people selling marketing services. You have people advertising on a Google ad, their plumbing service, their electrical services, whatever it may be. But the internet is here to stay, and the ability to be open 24/7 is what absolutely revolutionized everything.